Good morning, students. Welcome back to social science class. We are dealing with civics lesson number 22, Indian Constitution and its salient features. So already we have seen what is constitution and what are the significance of a constitution in India and some facts about the constitutions of India and the salient features of the constitution of India we have seen so far. In the salient features we have seen about written constitution, as Indian constitution is the longest constitution and it was not printed or typed. It is full of handwritten form. Parliamentary democracy, fundamental rights and fundamental duties, a single integrated judicial system, rigid as well as flexible constitution, welfare state, federal polity, universal adult franchise. Universal adult franchise means right to vote. So far we have seen about all these things. Now, today we are going to see a new topic in the same lesson, the need for laws. Okay? The rules and the morality and customs also play an important role to establish our day to day life. So, few rules that are made by our legislature, by our government for the nation and for the people, they are called law. Laws in society are, it is so many important to our society. It can regulate its work properly. Okay, laws are meant to address the problems present in a society and ensure order. When we look around us, we notice so many different form of inequalities in the same country among the people. So why this inequality arises? Because of the social practices that have created among the different peoples over the countries and over the centuries. Keeping this in mind, the constitution of states that are important goal for governance is to provide social, economic and political justice for the people and for all the citizens in the country. So the constitution of India, they have decided to provide the social and economical and political justice to the people of country living in India. Also says that all citizens should have the equal status and access to opportunities. So each and every individual in the country, they should get the equal rights and the equal states, and they want to get the opportunities like other people in the country. So these brief words uh, related to a huge idea, a nation where every Indian is truly equal to each other. Thus, the laws made by the government have to work towards this goal. So, the government of India, they have to work for this goal to be prevailed in the country. And women in India, they have been facing a lot of discrimination since time immemorial. From the ancient period, they were facing so many discriminations. For a long time, they were not given access to education and were confined to the home. They were not properly educated. They are not supposed to come out of the home also. They were considered inferior to men, but they did not have the same rights as men. The practice of sati, the first picture, and the female infanticide, child marriage, farda system, and dowry were prevalent in the society. And these are some of the incidents that took part in the earlier Indian period. So, first we will see about anti dowry law. Okay, this is a law in India. The word dowry, it refers to money and the other materials that a bride's family, they gives to the groom family at the time of wedding. So that is called dowry. So this dowry system in India, they grew out of a social and religious practice over many centuries. So the anti-dowry law in India is a gift taken by the groom or his family by the from the bride's family. The anti-dowry law in India makes taking dowry illegal. So in India, laws are diligently amended to protect the interest of women in India and provide them safety against any illegal or immoral act. In this picture, you can see a picture, say no to dowry. Okay, it is an anti dowry poster made from Karnataka. And the second picture, it's a dowry prohibition act. It came at the year 1961 called Say No to Dowry. Okay, as the result, today many families are unable to bear the cost of getting their daughters married. So nowadays, everything is cost, everything is expensive. So the family, they are unable to bear the cost of getting their daughters married. Being unable to meet the demands of the groom's family often leads to violence against the bride. So the family, with if the bride's family, if they are not able to give the dowry properly, they will lead to violence from the groom's family. Many brides are burned to death every year in India in the earlier periods. To put an end to this harmful and regressive practice, the government of India, they passed an act called Dowry Prohibition Act at the year 1961, and several amendments have been made to this act from time to time to make it more effective in dealing with the problems. Apart from this, the government has also passed other laws to provide justice for so for women.